Hey Saberland. This is my Bendu Armory Ecoa Radium. So this is CFX with NeoPixel.
It's treason then.
And it's running a 36-inch heavy grade NeoPixel blade. And just wanted to show folks, because I've gotten some questions about these Bendu blades, what the swappable chassis means. So what these are is these Bendu blades come in three distinct components. You've got the sleeve, the blade, and the core. So you've got a screw, you've got two screws in here actually. One is a retention screw for the blade and the other one is a retention screw for the core to the sleeve. And once you get these coming as thumb screws, here, and they come out just right here on the lip, right near the power button. You just push, blade comes out, and the core comes out as well from the sleeve. And then you can take a different sleeve. This is my Bendu Black Obsidian sleeve. Slide again. And you've got a new Saber.
It's treason then.
Or a different Saber, rather. So one of the nice benefits of being able to do this is that Bendu's cores are compatible with all of their current weaves. So whether you're getting like the andesite or the feldspar Shogo, or whether you're getting the red Kevlar, or the blue Kevlar, or the radium, or the Ecoa, or the Koroku, or whichever, these cores will slide into, they're compatible with all of them. Now, they may be releasing new lines of different types of sabers down the road, I don't know, and they may have different size cores for those, but for the current offerings that they have on their site now, this is a one-size-fits-all core. And so the heavy, and what I wanted to talk about real quick was this core and its weight. So one of the things that's a little different about the Bendu sabers, so when this core is inside this hilt, all the weight is really up at the top here, because this section, which acts as this section right here, is basically steel, and it's fairly thick. This is really where the weight of the hilt is, right here. This part is I'm not sure what this is, but it's like nylon or some sort of plastic. It's fairly light. This portion is fairly light. This is where all the weight is. So when you've got core inside the hilt, the weight is mostly right here. Feels it doesn't feel too awkward, although I'm pretty used to it now. But what happens is when you put a blade in, everything sort of balances out. So again, this is a 36-inch blade, and the center is right about here. So it's about 2.5, 3 inches up from the lip here, and it's fairly well balanced wielding. It's when most of the weight on the full blade is.
You're committing mutiny, Captain.
Most of the weight is on the heavy grade blade. If you're getting a heavy grade blade, that's where most of the weight is going to be. But this is one of the aspects of the Bendu Saber that I really do enjoy, because I've purchased over the last 6 or 7 months, several different sleeve designs, and because I like to use 2 sabers at a time when I'm, if I'm dueling or whatever, I basically bought 2 cores. But I can just reuse those 2 cores for any set of sleeves that I want. So if I end up, buying 10 or 12 or 14 different sleeves, I only need the 2 cores for using any 2 sabers at one time, which is kind of cool. So that's a really big bonus for these. And the cores themselves are designed fairly well. So they have the the CFX board. And I'll show you that real quick here. So this is where the board is here, and that's where the micro USB port is, and right under here is where the SD card is. It's very, very accessible. Using like a pair of tweezers or something, what you would normally get with it. I usually use a pair of non-metallic tweezers that I grab this way and comes right out, no problem. Also, it's got a 28 millimeter speaker, which is incredibly loud. This is one of my louder sabers. The sound quality is really, really good on these. And I use Trustfire Trustfire 18650 batteries with these, which seem to work really well for these sabers. And then in here you can see the pin setup. The other thing I do like about these cores is that it's got a nice blade depth. See, I'll have my, so grab my tape measure real quick just to get an actual reading of that. So it's about 2 3/4 inch blade depth down to the pins. So it's 2.7 inches from the tip here, and so that's a pretty good blade insertion depth in here. So when you've got these in here and swinging them around, doing any kind of dueling, they're really sturdy. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Just sort of give folks an introduction to the Bendu blade. It's sort of the basic construction 101. If you all have specific questions about the wiring or what goes into the core itself, I highly recommend DMing Bendu Armory, talking to Andrew Woods, and he's always happy to talk to anybody about what goes into the cores on these sabers and what sorts of weaves are available. As far as I know, they still do offer custom weaves as well, aside from just what they offer on their website. So if you have like a custom weave design in mind, you can talk to them too about doing custom weaves. I haven't, but that's only because the ones they have available are all ones that I like. So I'm a really big fan of the Obsidian. I'm a really big fan of the Akoa, and then the next set I'm going after is going to be the marble one, the Kuroku, which I really enjoy as well. Anyway, yeah, that's it for now. Happy sabering, y'all. May the force be with you. All right, take care.